And then we're moving back into the serious side. Well, that's serious, this is all fun. And we're back to New Vogue. Would you please welcome Ross back to the floor? Thank you, Ross. You can carry on to where you left off. Let's start with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody going to embarrass Hannah now. How are you, darling? Oh, no. The last time I saw Hannah was dancing New Vogue was in Queensland. And at one of the festivals that I run in Queensland, we run a little thing called the Winter Derby, where all the male competitors, okay, and the couples, their names put in the hat, we divide them all up, and at the end of the night, as a novelty event, they all swap partners, and then they're drawn out of a hat. On this particular occasion, Hannah's partner was over 6 foot tall, okay, and this is a little ridiculous. So, in what Swing Waltz was one of the dancers, so instead of you actually doing a turning 3-step down the floor, and the waltz at the end, I remember he literally just picked you up, did his 3-step by doing it, legs are hanging on your head, brought you back and did the waltz, and your feet were just totally off the floor. It broke the house down, okay, because it was just wasn't work so well. Yeah, so you have done those kind of puns. Yeah, I know, it was beautiful, very, very good. So, resuming with what I was on about this morning, I didn't quite get to all the points that I wanted to talk about. We saved a lot of time on swing waltz, but I wanted to also address some of the common faults, okay, that I see, particularly with boys going into picture lines backwards. All right, so quite often in Twilight Waltz and the Excelsior and even the checking action in Tango Terrific at the end, they again, I'm coming back to working on centres, they continue to turn their centres away from their girl. All right, so I'm just going to demonstrate that a little bit. Okay, so if you take your side step in Twilight Waltz, okay, coming through, quite often boys end up square on, okay, at this point in time. Okay, common fault is don't get that heel on the floor. They've over-rotated their body. Girls are coming straight at them. Okay, so they're being pushed backwards. This foot goes backwards and sideways, so the girl is falling sideways. So I teach to release the weight through one side of the body at a time and not through both sides. So in actual fact, from here, yes, your feet are to be down line and dance. Okay, but you really feel, oh, there's my lunch. Okay, have a cross stretch, allowing your lady, okay, to put you onto your step. Okay, so you should be very, very good boys, allowing your lady to put you onto that. After she's put you onto that step, okay, the thing you don't want to do to her is turn that foot out. Alright, because the girls get flung around the corner like a Garfield cat, okay, and the boys are taking their centre off. So make sure, okay, you take your foot down the line and dance. It will eventually turn, but after the lady is on her foot, okay, and then you can come through and turn together. So there's quite a lot of rotations, okay, that are happening that are over-rotated in movement, okay, and therefore the boy is turning his centre away from his girl, and the girl can't recover in time to come back, all right? So boys, please be considerate, okay, not to end up with your girls directly in front of you, okay, that you've basically always finished your body in an under-rotated position, allowing the lady to come through and put you onto your steps. So that's one area that is, I feel, okay, is overlooked. The exit from a lot of the positions, particularly in La Bomba, okay, after you do the last checking action, guys get too much rotation when they're moving from their left foot to their right foot. Again, instead of getting the lady onto her step, when she's on the foot that's secure, then you can turn together. Because the boys get too anxious about it, the girls end up being flung around the back here, okay, and the guys wonder why the ladies off balance. There are a couple of things that are quite passionate to my eyes when I'm looking at couples dancing. Again, it's generally the guys that are upsetting their ladies' balance, and if it's upset, well then you can say goodbye to the second repeat, okay, second sequence. Now the other section I wanted to work on is musicality. Okay, so what I mean by that is, and it's not just here, okay, I teach also in Melbourne and in Sydney, and I ask people to tell me how they count the dance. Lots of times they say, I just feel it. My answer is, well, you're feeling it badly. It's not looking good, all right, I just feel it. So I was discussing this with Steve and Rachel before. The guys hear beats differently to girls. Okay, over many years of teaching, I'll ask a guy in the social class. I said, "Do you hear the beats in that music?" And they go, "Nice waltz. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3." And I say to his wife or girlfriend, "How do you hear it?" "Oh, isn't it pretty?" "Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So she's getting more feeling from the second beat, okay, than what he is. So with all of my couples, training with or without music, I make them not count as in numbers, but sing rhythm. Sing the rhythm, okay? Not just 1, 2, 3, because it's not 3 equal beats. Okay, there's a powerful beat, there's a swinging beat, and there's a calming beat. Alright, so even the boys, okay, I say, "Hey, you hear that music? 1, 2, 3. No, it's not 1, 2, 3. It is 1, 2, 3. Okay, you've got a powerful beat, you've got a beat there, that you're actually getting musicality out of the bar, okay, and then you've got a relaxation beat on the third beat. Alright, so you have to understand your beat values, okay, and get the musicality out of it. Same with foxtrot rhythm, okay, where it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just not 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you're getting an elongation or an extension of your body, okay, on the swinging part of the bar, right? So you're not just displaying equal beats in movement. And I was actually asked this by a professional in Victoria last year. She said to me, "What is it about your couples that they have a different musicality to everyone else I look at?" And I said, "Because I drilled into them that I'm not just giving them shape on a bar, I'm making them aware of what they have to do on every beat of a bar." Alright, so lots of times people will do like a breakaway in swing waltz, and they go, "My teacher told me to take this arm out, okay, and create a line." But musically, there's an impulse beat to the bar, so what I should have really seen is a 1, 2, and finishing the line right at the end of the third beat. Right at the end, alright? So there's an impulse beat, okay, there's a musicality beat, okay, and there's a settling beat. So another saying I have in my studio, how many bars are there in swing waltz? 32. I said, "I want you, at last comp, to come back with an iPad and show me 32 beautiful photos. Because you should look beautiful at the end of every bar. You should look beautiful at the end of every single bar. Not just get a lucky shot through the dance. You have to know where you start in the bar, you have to know where you finish, and at the finish of that bar, it should be beautiful and it should be together." So that's why I'm quite adamant about my couples actually not just even listening to the music and telling me the beats, but understanding the beat values, okay? Understanding beat values. When there's syncopation, okay, and understanding their foot speed is different, okay? Particularly like in chasse waltzers, they understand that the slow is 2 beats, the quick is 1 beat, and if it's a syncopated action, it's a half beat value, all right? Because unless you understand what you're playing with, another famous saying I have in my studio is that you're banging on a nuclear bomb with a hammer, you know it's going to make a big noise, you just don't, you don't know when it's going to explode, how big it is, or when it's going to happen. So dancing is our product, you have to know everything about it, okay, and understand what you can get from the music to actually get the best benefit from it. Yeah, does that all make sense? Yeah? All right, and if you don't know, ask your teachers, and don't be afraid to actually, particularly the boys, don't be afraid to have a go at counting and let your girl hear how you hear a piece of music. Right? Don't be afraid to actually open up your heart, listen to the music, and go, yeah, I dig it. I can actually hear, okay, particularly in this piece of music, I can hear the swinging part of the bar, not just a 2, but an extended 2, so I can get more feeling together. Right? Because again, okay, if the guys feel it, that infiltrates into the ladies. Alright? And if you can't do it, and your girl can, ask your girl to count the music. Once she's fed that rhythm into your body, okay, and you go, yeah, I dig it, then you can give that back to her. Alright? So you hit listening to the music, okay, together and getting more musicality out of the dancing. Yeah, any questions on that? I'm a hard coach. I expect a lot from my couples, but anyway, they all know about it. Next, we're going to get everybody up on the floor, Okay, all those couples that dance Nuvo, if I can see you on the floor, thank you. Okay, because we're going to do a little bit of peripheral leading. Okay? Alright, so if you can all select a partner and stand in front of them. Right, so you often see people who are dancing together, but they're not aware of what the surrounding, okay, area is being produced in their dancing. Okay, so what I mean by, can I just borrow you please, Lily? So what I mean by that, and look the girl in the eyes, okay, but out of her peripheral vision, she can see whether I have good posture or bad posture. Okay, so I want to actually inspire her with good posture. So while we're looking at each other's eyes, she's going to follow me. Thank you, Olivia. Good girl. Thank you. So when people say, "Oh, we can't get together," all right, you've got to practice. That's something that in my studio I make people do as well. Okay, so that, and I dance with many girls. Okay, in lessons and things like that. And sometimes I forget what I've given them, and within split seconds I'm copying what they do. I go, yes, I gave you that, right? Because I'm aware of all the elements around the person I'm dancing with, taking the whole picture of them. Okay, so I get their feeling and they get to follow it as well. All right. So that's something you can practice. Okay, yourselves. Okay, without even looking at the arms. Oh, if you take your arm up there, you can see out there. You know, I can be looking at you. Okay, and I can see that person over there and that couple there. So you must be aware of the whole surroundings. Okay, of the image that you're portraying. Something else I want to talk about while we're on this is, particularly in side movements, I never teach anything where the body is flatlined to the feet. Right? So what I mean by that, what I mean by that is if you're going sideways, so if you're doing triangles, okay, for example, okay, instead of actually going flat line, flat line, flat line, flat line, your body really should be three-dimensional, okay, all the way through that. Push your feet facing in alignment doesn't mean your upper body has to be in that alignment. Okay, so taking one side forward and the other side forward allows that rotation of your body moving back. Okay, so if you're going sideways and you want to dance to your partner, one side forward. Okay, going back, one side back. Okay, and two. This side then has got somewhere to go to. This side then has got somewhere to present. You can even unwind the other way, okay, to go into a lock, which unwinds you the other way. Alright, so you're allowing that rotation of your body around the side. So always reach your back number. On your back. Alright. In tango dances, nice and still. Okay, that's it. Come on the other side of the floor. La bomba. Okay, if your back is that still, in a swing or a foxtrot dance, you're boring me. Okay, you're boring me. Alright, because you've got the ability in those dances to actually show the fluidity of your back in movement. Does that make sense? You've got the fluidity, okay? So because your feet are in an alignment, basically your upper body, okay, shouldn't be in that alignment. So worst case scenario, halfway booze, okay, we separate, okay, we present to our partner, okay, and we do something to our partner. Well, a lot of people actually get three-dimensional rotation because they're on their foot. Okay, they start to use their body. Okay, they come through. They present the other side. They rotate the other way, and then they come through. All right, so there's more activity and feeling through the bodies. All right, so that's what I mean by musicality of the body. Okay, the movement. Thank you very much. So does everyone understand that? Yeah. So that's why. I'm pretty fanatical on the quality of the ball and base in movement, okay, but okay, you did a beautiful job, mate, okay, with a combination of the Maryland and the Latin, okay, so that was awesome, loved it, all right, to be commended. So that's another example of opening up our minds, okay, to do something different and exciting, with very well a pattern that's set in place, the figures that are set in place, but it's actually been made exciting, all right? Does anyone have any problems or questions on anything so far? Good, very good, all right. Going to move on now to the musicality of a lady in shadow position, boy. Okay, so what I mean by that, okay, dancers are like La Bomba, okay, or Lucille, where she really has to divide herself down the middle, be as still as possible through the left side of the body, okay, so she doesn't interfere with her partner's balance, but the right side of her body, can have massive fluidity to it and movement that does not affect the boy. So I often find when girls do movements, okay, they'll come through, and as they bring this side through, okay, they over-rotate their body back into a boy, okay, then we come through and they start pulling this through and knocking him off balance. Alright, so understanding how to shift weight through sides is important, and understanding how to separate, okay, your body in movement, okay, is very important. So we're going to do a little exercise, and we're not going to dance, Lucille, but I want you to just stay, okay, on the spot, knees flexed, okay, in a semi-shadow hold, and just show me how the ladies, so the boys, you're still going to give her a frame, so arms up, okay, soften down into your knees, okay, now without interfering with the left side of the body, and without even moving off the spot, I would like the ladies to show me how they dance the first 8 bars of Lucille. Cool. So in other words, okay, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. You can do whatever you want, okay, but as long as you don't take it into the left side of the body. Yeah, as long as you don't take it into the left side. If that's for those of you who haven't got a connection, if you're doing open stuff and doing cartwheels, that's cool, okay? But for those of you who want to keep the hold, okay? Can I just borrow your camera for 2 seconds, time? Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to stand here and soften into our knees, okay? So even if I do a presentation back and grow through my body, and I have a right shape, okay, impact the second bar, I roll into a movement, okay, and present up. I do another shape through here, hand up, even if I do something to him and out. He hasn't felt much activity there. I can right on the right side of my body, but nothing on that side. Because I don't want to feel balance. Yeah, does that make sense? Okay, so this is nasty stuff, kids. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. So that, you've got to be very, very mindful of that connection with each other. And that even goes for open position. Yeah, you've got no hands, no connection at all. Okay, you've got to be very, very aware, okay, of the dynamics of your body that you're not interfering. So girls sometimes get carried away, yeah, the bomber, okay, okay, and the guy goes, whoa, okay, I just got pushed back that way, well, I want to go that way, all right? So those sort of dances, okay, can be very, very active, okay, very active through the left, through the right side of the body, extremely active, no matter what you do, extremely active through the right side of the body, but you want to keep the cleanness of the left side connection. Right? So understanding how you separate the body down the middle, okay, so it's not here, with your part. It's very, very important. Yeah. Thank you, Lily. Very, very good. So that's important in the shadow hold positions. Yeah, and so sometimes the more creative we get with shaping in those dances, in those positions, the more extreme and dangerous, okay, it becomes when you try to move your bodies together, okay, at a time, those two moments in time. Okay, so does anyone have any questions for me, okay, on any problem areas that they're having before I move on to more musicality? No? No? Yes, mate? Wheel in La Bomba. Oh. Oh, look at the Cameron. Okay. Who's responsible for the wheel in the lavabo? The lady. When we heard that, darling? Yes, she is. All right. Okay. Yes, she is. So, yes, mate. Yeah. The New South Wales wheel or the Victorian wheel? Okay. Yes. Okay. So, which wheel, guys? The two I asked me the question. The square wheel. That's it. The Irish wheel. Wait a minute. The Irish wheel. Right, Irish wheel. Funny story. Trisha wanted to get our DNA done over Christmas. So Heidke or Heidke is a German name, even though my ancestors have been here for hundreds and hundreds of years. Okay, so I just thought naturally I would be, okay, with my DNA, I'd be all German. No, 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 no. Okay, when it came back, I'm 33% Irish, would you believe? Okay, and 20-something% English and only 18% German. Okay, and a bit of Scandinavian, so Viking somewhere along the line. Okay, so it's never an excuse if I stuff up at the studio. I just remind everyone that I'm Irish, really. Okay, but yes, with the wheel, okay, very difficult for the lady. Okay, so in actual fact, if we're doing a Hesketh wheel, yeah, okay, so we're here, okay, so some of the alignments I toy with at times, all right, so just make sure, ladies, when we're here, okay, you should be really feeling like you're sitting in a boy's tango promenade position. Okay, tango knees, action, pressure on the inside edge of the foot. If you hit it with a hammer now, it's not going to move. All right, there's tone on that leg. Okay, the very first thing you should be doing is getting an action which is first led by the boy, okay, that is indicating to you that we're going to move. So that his knee, okay, moving forward. So I use hands everywhere. Okay, very, very important to use hands in dancing. Okay, it's initiating movement. So once the girl is actually feeling that action from the boy, okay, she comes onto the step. Now from here, if I go to the side and slightly back, technically, all you people that have done ballroom theory, what have I done? A progressive side step in tango. Yeah, buff up, okay, buff and side and slightly back, okay, before you move forward. So in actual fact, boys, this feels pretty natural to us, okay, but for the ladies it's quite foreign, all right, because they're doing the boys' progressive side step. Same as Twilight, if I can digress for a minute, Cameron, okay, I wait until my partner is on the foot, okay, I'm going to use my line first. When I go back, I wait for my partner to put me onto the step. When I know the girl is there, I then turn, okay, so that my body, okay, is actually then talking to her. Once she's on the foot, once she's secure on that foot. Ladies, the same thing from here, okay, if you're doing your wheel in La Bomba, okay, after, I teach all my girls, after she knows the boy is on the foot, then check. Okay, initiation through the knees again, should be like tango knee action, okay, getting that action through the legs, inner thigh action. Okay, once you know he's on the foot, okay, to the side. Once he's on the foot, okay, to the side. And once he's on his foot, okay, pressure, okay, through those thighs. All right?
In regards to CBM, CBMP?
Sorry?
In regards to CBM, CBMP?
CBMP, but I teach very little CBM there. Very little CBM there. Okay? CBM on reverse movements generally is a bit of a dirty word for me. Yeah. Okay, I don't really teach a lot of it because if you use it too much, well then you're just turning your centres away from one another. So more of an understanding of not swinging your partner off balance. So often ladies just panic, okay, to get around, and the more they panic to get around, the guy just gets flung out the back. Yeah? He looks like he's on a scooter. He looks like he's on a scooter trying to get around. Alright? So another principle I use in the studio all the time, person's on the inside of the rotation is responsible for the quality of the person's movement on the outside of the rotation. Alright, so if you don't understand what your partner's work is, okay, and the girls get too much rotation, personally if I dance with a lady and she gives me too much CBM, okay, when she's moving through here, and I feel that she's twisting back in on me, I get stuck and I can't get over that foot. So in answer to your question, Cameron, okay, it's a personal thing between the couple as to how much CBM they get, okay, that it's not so much that it twists you off your girl. Alright, and the girls have got to realise that they turn over their foot and not think of it as a body rotation, okay, which will then destroy the boy's position with them. Alright, so it's like what all the lecturers are talking about, okay, we're making everyone very aware of where their partners are and how their weight is moving together, in movement, in harmony. Alright, so yes, with my girls, okay, in all of those shadow positions, I've got a lot of responsibility that they can't just charge off. They've got to get the lead from the boy, okay, before they then activate. So once they get the lead to go, they're expected to go. Now if they don't go, if they don't do their work, one of my other sayings is, well, it's like the guy has turned on, he's given you an action to move. So that's like a key, okay? If the boy gives you an action to move into a movement, it's like a key. So the boy's either turning on the car, turning on a key to a car, and he's got a 1972 Commodore to drive, or he's just turned on the ignition to this year's latest Lamborghini. Yeah? And I say to the girls, he wants you to be a Lamborghini, not a 1972 Commodore. He told you to go, you've got to move your butt, okay, create the space for him, that's how you can fit into that with ease of movement. Alright, so that's good. Girls have got a lot of responsibility in those forward positions. And you've got to just know your own actions to be able to do it. Yeah. But a good question, mate. Yeah. Does anyone have any other questions for me? Very, very good. All right. So we're going to do a modern waltz now, would you believe? Okay. The track that I picked before. But we're not doing modern waltz. I want to see your swing waltz to modern waltz music. So it will be ultra slow version. Okay? Because it's going to be half the speed that you normally do it. So before we start, why would I put you through this torture? To understanding your big values, so we don't collapse our feet in rise and fall. Okay? When you have shapes, okay? I've experimented with my own couples for this. You know, coach a lot of people. It's making them, and you should see their little eyes on training night. Okay, if they do a breakaway and swing waltz, and they normally go 1, 2, 3, and then suddenly it's a 1. Oh my God, I've got all this time. I've got all this time, so therefore I can do more. Okay, so yes, it makes you draw it all out. Okay, and apart from the balance, controlling your balance over your feet in aerials. Okay, gives you time to think about your actions to come through. To swivel to go into the next area, which we worked on last time. But more importantly, you've got more opportunity to use all of those joints we talked about in the first lecture, so that they're all musical and dancing. Right, okay, thank you, mate. Yeah, modern waltz. I'll count you in if it's not phrased. Ready? And 1, 3, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 1,
I've seen and judged before, you gave it that little bit more, didn't you?
Yeah, you gave it that little bit more, okay? So when you did the first 3 steps of the reverse turn at the end, okay, and normally you would just go 1, 2. You got onto that foot and went, oh, hang on, I've got more time, okay, to create something, okay, in movement. Yeah, you've got more time, right? So that's something you can practice in the studio. You don't need the music on. Yeah, you don't need the music on. Okay, you can actually practice that in the studio and slow all of your dances down like that to get more feeling and more musicality. All right. So when we slow things down, okay, it's a little bit what I said before about getting onto a step. So all the things that I put onto a step is quite a lot. All right. So after we've transferred on a side step, after we've transferred our weight onto a step, okay, and we actually feel our hip is over the step, I'm actually dropping this hip, which opens up that rib cage. So my body now is going yum, 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 yum. This is feeling really, really cool. Okay, so then all of that energy then closes up your thigh. There's a nice big, I call it the Eiffel Tower of Power. Okay, where it's going from the inside of that leg to the inside of that leg, which actually infiltrates right the way up, so that by the time you've drawn your feet together, okay, your spine has full extension, okay, and then because of what we've done with our rib cage, putting it onto that foot, that has then activated that arm, so then we keep growing, not forgetting our partners, so we have a rotation of our body to our girl, all right, so everything is then looking three-dimensional, okay, in its movement. So you've got the time to break it down, okay, and think about it. So I asked the little kids this yesterday, but I was probably taken by surprise because I was going to get into more things yesterday about breaking stuff down, but when you're looking at little kids this big that still don't quite know where their left foot and their right foot is, ooh, I'm not going to start on that one today. So understanding what you do and understanding the time that you have to create is done. Because hands up all, look, I asked this yesterday, hands up all the people who do Latin here. Yes. Stephen, yeah? Yes, my little man. Now how long, and I've seen you train, I've seen when you came to Brisbane and trained, how long have I seen you train rumba walks, cha-cha walks, locks, okay? You spend hours on it, type, yeah? So everyone trains their Latin basics incredibly. So for the board of couples, how many of you practice, okay, for about an hour every week or more, okay, the 18 steps of modern waltz, as in a change step, natural change step reverse? Yeah, hands up those people who do that. Oh, really? Okay, shoot me in the heart. Okay, how many of you practice Nouveau basics? Hands up all those people who practice Nouveau basics. What? None of you? Oh my God. Stab me in the heart. Okay, so you've got lots of things that you do all the time. Okay, you should be practicing. So how many different waltz actions do you have in Nouveau? Okay, you've got a reverse waltz, which we just did in swing waltz. You've got a natural Viennese waltz, which is the end of Lucille. Okay, you have a chassé waltz. Okay, you have a tango one at the end, tango F. Ya, ba, ba, and ya, ba, ba, ba. Okay, we're practicing that inner thigh action. Okay, you don't need a partner to practice those things. Alright, so you've got all that to practice. You all do 3 steps. Girls, you do turning 3 steps. You should be able to do that by yourself, without a boy. That's just your own choreography. The boy's not there to hold you up. You're not there to hold the boy up. Okay, you're all dancers. Males are dancers, girls are dancers. Okay, we just happen to be able to produce the art of what we do together to make it look like we're dancing as a couple. Alright? But if a girl goes into a 3-step with me and starts falling on my hand, it's like, sorry honey, okay, I'll be there for you, but I'm not going to have to hold your balance. Okay, your work, you've got to know your work, know your foot pressure, know how to produce it yourself, because I'm not there to hold you up. I'm there to lead you, guide you, and look after you, but if I wanted to pump weights, I'd be at a gym right now, not holding you. Alright, so ladies are expected to know their own work. Alright, so you don't need, okay, your partner to practice all of those basic actions in Nouveau. Look at your movements in the mirror. Check that you are, even in swing dances, producing rotation and sway. Okay, rotation and sway the whole time. Alright, so make sure that you're producing that all the way through. Okay, so it's not looking flat line. So what we did this morning, as far as when we produced aerials, okay, we activated and we've already started using sway in our bodies, okay, to create the movement. Okay, so make sure she's showing that in movement altogether. So we're going to do that once again, that modern waltz, all right? That's all right, thank you, mate. Yeah. And this time, maximum spine extension. Core, you all know where your tummies are. Okay, those navels push through your spine, that Stephen was talking about before. Okay, so you're really, really toned. Tone in the legs, understanding the foot pressure, okay, into the floor. And then from that, okay, the upper body will start to enjoy the dance because it knows it's nice and secure downstairs. Right, yeah? Thank you, mate. And 1, 3 and 1, 3 and 1, 1, feel good, and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 3 and 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and 1. Okay, for us, open up those ribs, open up those rib cages, stretch, and cross, and stretch, open them out. And 1, 2, 3. Out from that shape. Face under. Back, back, stretch. Back out. Drop the weight. Open up those ribs. Feel stretch. Stretch. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here it comes. Use your bodies. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Lovely. So hands up the girls who felt that their boys were a little bit more musical. No. Good. Yes, I agree. Hands up the yes, I agree. Yeah. Far more musicality. Far. Yeah, oh, of course. I've got to go home with him. You've got to say he's really musical. You better say he's fantastic. You better say he's the best boy here. Oh, I'm not getting breakfast in the morning. So, yes, very good. So yes, you all just listen to that music and got a little bit more out of it. Okay? Got a little bit more out of it. So you actually felt what you were doing. Okay? And milked it out and used your bodies that little bit more, okay, in movement. Now for some of the higher grade dancers, okay, that are here, okay, you weren't afraid when you created more growth through your body to let your spine go and let it continue the head growth, okay, of the spine through your body. So some of you others that tried to do it were still hell bent on looking where I'm going. Yeah? Like I know he wants me to do some more stretch, but I really got to make sure I see where I'm going. So it's a bit of a guy thing, isn't it? Yeah? I was going to say this to Stephen and Rachel, yeah, because originally our brains as men, we were hunters. Yeah? Look on the prairie, there's a lion. Me kill, me eat you. And the girl goes, I really like the skin. I'm like, I don't know that. And you see it all the time. Girls quite naturally tilting their head, okay, guy goes to buy a car, and he goes, we want that car. And the girl goes, I'd like to see it in blue with a grey interior. Okay? So girls' heads go into these positions more naturally than us boys, because we're just hell-bent, primeval, seeing where we're going. Okay? Land, we attack. Right? So just let your spines, okay, dictate to your heads. I remind all my couples that their heads don't have brains. They shouldn't be thinking, all right? They should be listening to the extension of their spinal column and where their spine is naturally curving to the left. So for some of you then, okay, you're set up to go into an area really, really nicely. You came together, you indicate the shape, okay, you went onto the step. I'm seeing everything develop. Instead, you're seeing a nice line from a foot go right the way through the body, okay, so there's a nice extension all the way at the head sort of got to back here. It's like, well, I'll do that, but I still want to see where I'm going. All right, so then everything starts getting a bit tight and restored. The girl here. So, guys, don't be afraid to let your head go in a natural extension of your spinal cord. If you feel your neck muscles bracing, okay, to stop you doing it, then you're using muscles that are unnecessary to use as a dancer. Right? And you also see in there for his head position was in a lovely, balanced, beautiful position. There was nothing strained about it. Okay?
5 minutes, Ross.
Listen up. Thank you, mate. Look at that. As he said, look at there. Okay? His spine, okay, was in a beautiful position, and his head was in a beautiful, balanced position in relation to the spinal cord. Alright? The boys, it's almost like you've got to be given permission to do that. Okay? If you feel it, okay, actually create that movement through there. Alright, so the waltz rhythm is the only one I muck around with like that. Okay, I don't really touch the tango rhythms like that, because normally, okay, I'm having trouble getting speed. Okay, so the last thing I want to do is slow it down even more. Right? Because otherwise the girl's arms are going to go, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I don't play around with tango because I want the tone of the body, okay, and connection, okay, to be very, very, very powerful and very, very strong. Foxtrot rhythms, okay, you've really got to be aware of where your leg actions were. So I think with most people I've worked with down here so far, I've been making sure that all of their sway, okay, is actually even in your Barclays and Excelsiors and things like that. You're actually involving your knees, okay, and your hips, and allowing, okay, then the upper part of the body, again, because you soften a hip, open another hip and take it back. The rest of it's really on a joyride, yeah? Okay, because I've taken that hip forward, taken that one back, that's called that ribcage open. It's like, yeehaw, woohoo! I really like that extension. Okay, that's really cool. So rather than trying to strain your body, doing all the shapes basically from your waist up, okay, make sure you're actually involving your legs as well. So it's exactly the same as when I set up swing waltz before. I didn't activate through here. The girl felt that action come because I took my right knee forward, I softened the back of that leg, that hip came forward. So that was a continuation of my back, which led her, and nothing really to do with that hand. I wanted her to feel, okay, what I was doing through the leg that was carrying my weight, the action of that leg, okay, and then how that infiltrated through up into my back, okay, so she can enjoy everything. What's wrong?
Brian's got a question.
Oh, sorry, yes, I'm right, yes.
Just one question.
Yes.
As far as silence,
Yes.
do you believe that's
Oh, wow, that's a big one, and that's a very, very good question, mate. Very, very, very good question. As in, okay, did everyone hear Graham's question?
As an adjudicator, is it wise to sacrifice technique for the sake of styling, or do we work the styling around the techniques? And that was plural.
Which is fantastic, which I've lectured all over Australia, and sometimes it's a one I've asked back because I normally tag some of the new technique really badly because I think it creates bad dancing. Okay, so I put my own interpretation on it. Okay, that's an excellent question. Okay, and I think as an adjudicator, I'm willing to forgive some of the technique if I see a couple's musicality and feeling coming through. And I have, I'm not mentioning names, I walked off the floor with the Australian and someone's gone, oh, can't give it to blah, 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 passes the feet, da, 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 da. And I'm thinking, I say, yeah, the musicality is amazing. Right, and I go back to, if I tell a little story, a professional couple in Queensland went to the British many years ago. It was actually when Marcus and Karen were the champions. And I said to the lady, how did you enjoy the British? She said, I've come away very disappointed. And I said, why? And she said, because I saw Karen wouldn't pass her feet on the first 3 steps of the natural turn. And I thought, oh my God. Okay, did you not see everything that she did to create that movement for him, their body flight, okay, how she used all the body parts. So yeah, whoopie-doo, she passed her feet on the first 3 steps of the natural turn. So I'm forgiving of that, mate, yeah. Yeah, yeah. If it changes the figure, I've got a bit of a problem with it. Yes, if it changes the figure, I've got a bit of a problem with it. And I've had arguments with people on this. Okay, one aspect is, for example, the back-to-backs. Okay, in swing waltz. Yeah, you got that one on there. And one of my masters couples, okay, they come over here all the time. They just refuse to change because they like doing it that way. And I said, okay, as long as you know if you get marked down in that fence, okay, you got to wear it. Right? Because some of you this code is going to like it, some are going to hate it, okay? But if you change that much, okay, so we all know the figure we're talking about on the back-to-backs. Okay, man comes to, so instead of going back, he replaces back, turns his foot, does something fabulous back to his girl. But instead of his little feet facing this way and that facing that way, okay, to come out of it. Alright, so that's a major change. Now some adjudicators accept that as styling, but when it changes things that much, I do have a problem.
Ross.
Yes.
I love your enthusiasm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How rude. Okay, right. All right. Anyone have any questions about anything later, just come up and see me. But thank you very much once again.
Thank you.